Feminists really think that they could post anything online and get away with it, but this time they're going to be getting caught. Today, we're going to be taking a look at women who posted some pretty outrageous things and ended up getting fired from their jobs. So make sure to subscribe. Let's get into it.
Using this comment to say that the MAGA people got so angered by my video that they're literally trying to hunt me down. Every MAGA person watching this, okay, please listen carefully to my words. I don't work there anymore. I see you guys commenting the location of my job, the address of my job on all of my videos. I see it. I don't work there anymore. Commenting the name of my job. I don't work there anymore. They let me go because of my video, and that's fine. It's a restaurant. I'll get another job. But you guys are fucking insane and sick in the fucking head. You get so mad that someone tells you that a certain cuisine isn't for you, that you're gonna try to dox someone and hunt them down at their job and make them and all their coworkers feel unsafe? Because I said that since you vote against Latinos, you shouldn't be able to enjoy Mexican food? I didn't even serve the MAGA table at my restaurant. They weren't my table. I didn't speak to them once. They didn't get bad service from me because I wasn't their server. You guys can't watch a little video of me roasting MAGA on TikTok without getting your fucking panties in a twist? Are you dead ass? I don't work there anymore. Please leave my job alone and leave my coworkers and managers alone. What is wrong with you people? Like, genuinely, are you sick in the fucking head? Get help. Oh my God.
She really thinks that she can dictate what cuisine people can eat, but then doesn't like it when the same people dictate what kind of server they would like to have. I mean, it's a service industry, ma'am. You just really got to understand that you're there to serve people, not offend them.
I'm at work. I have 2 kids. I make $2 a trip. $2.
Good afternoon. My name is Donna Marie Berry, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Hillside Medical Group. I'm here with our Director of Compliance. We're coming to you today about a situation that is on TikTok. We learned of the viral video that is there about an Uber driver that was falsely accused by a previous employee of Hillside Medical Group. We're coming today to inform you that we have handled the situation. We know that the Uber driver, in fact, did make the delivery, as she stated in the video. We also have handled the situation because here at Hillside Medical Group, our integrity, our position in this community does not endorse the behavior of our previous employee. We want to apologize to this Uber driver on behalf of the owner and the leadership of this organization. And please be aware that we have handled the situation as quickly and as expeditiously as we could. Once again, we apologize. And we wanted to come out today and let the community know that we have handled the situation in the best manner that we can. Thank you.
There is no way getting fired over a $7 meal was anywhere near worth it. I mean, these kinds of people just lack basic decency, I guess you could say. I mean, judging by how rude that she was, reacting to the honest Uber driver just trying to make a living. I mean, come on. I mean, she kind of deserved to be unemployed to some degree.
Mr. Ketchup? Where's your manager? Can I speak to your manager? I asked for extra ketchup and I got what is this? What is this? This is so much ketchup. I can't eat that. Are you making fun of me because I'm on a diet? Are we going to have it? Sugar? Ketchup? How do we know you're on a diet? You okay? I'm upset. Are you on drugs? How do we know you're on a diet? Because look, I just made it, yes. I'm on a drug? I feel like a drug. Lower your voice, okay? Calm me down. All of this wasn't necessary.
I wanted to come out and publicly let everyone know that that was me in the video. After this video was published on TikTok, it went viral and news organizations wrote about me. And I honestly have no idea. I am simply baffled that this is possible. People found out where I work and they sent the video to my employer. I was then fired from my job. That's right, I was fired, which I find to be extremely unfair because all I was doing was going to get my weekly cheat meal, and it was the McDonald's employees that did not follow the simple directions that I asked for. So I felt that I had the right to come in and let them know that my burger was not made correctly. I did nothing wrong. Literally, I did nothing wrong. So please leave me alone. This is extremely unfair of you guys to do this to me. Thank you.
It's not about whether you got your burger right or wrong, ma'am. It's about creating a scene in public, which you definitely did. I mean, the way that you smashed and wasted that burger in front of the McDonald's employees, I mean, just childish. I hope you learned your lesson that day because you just gotta be kind.
In the vote.
Well, it also goes back to responsibility. Again, men are 80 to 90% of the military. They run all of the infrastructures that make society run. So I just think if we want an equal say in society, then be equal. Do 50% of the hard jobs. Be 50% of the military. In the U.S., they're fined $250,000 if they don't join selective service, which is essentially the draft.
Okay, but specifically on the vote, what would having the right to vote have to do with family cohesion, for example?
Well, because again, before you weren't trying to divide a family. It was one family unit. You had one vote for the family. I mean, I don't think it's good for a family to have two votes.
Ava, your mouth seems to have dropped about.
No, do you know when it's sort of
I know.
It's just sort of a bit galaxy brain. I feel like, you know, the stats that you're putting down are perhaps correct in some universe.
Which stats?
They just kind of don't really add up. I mean, just to take you back to the to the women's writings that you've allegedly read. I mean,
allegedly. What do you mean allegedly?
At the time that you're talking about, you know, women weren't really allowed to write. They weren't allowed to go to school.
Yes, they were.
Write.
Yes, they were. That's incorrect. The first female property owner was in the 1600s. The idea that women couldn't work and couldn't.
I'm so sorry, but that would be inherited property.
The first female millionaire was in the late 1800s.
And was that inherited?
No, it wasn't. It was self-made. Yes, it was.
Self-made.
Yes, it
and
was.
She never inherited land.
Yes, she did not
inherit it.
inherit
What law permitted that?
What
law permitted that?
Well, there was no law. I mean, there's always been women that were influential in history.
Let's get on to the vote. So what I don't understand is, you know, a part of your message, I've researched you today, and hang on a minute.
Okay.
You know, your big push is that you care about men and you don't think that men are getting enough of a say. But
I care about
hang
women
on,
too.
I haven't made the point yet.
Okay.
Because of feminism, okay? What I wonder is when you start making calls out like repeal the 19th, women shouldn't be allowed to vote. How is that helping young men? Because these young men have women in their lives. They have mothers, they have sisters, they have teachers. And they turn around, they don't know how to act around women because you're giving them license to be misogynistic.
I wouldn't call it misogynistic. I say be equal. So again, men do all of the
feminists are saying.
Well, then, okay, I'd love for the feminists, please apply for the oil rigs. Please go do the hard jobs in society. They're open, they're hiring because I don't I don't think men or women are equal until we do the equal work. So no, listen. Go apply to be on the oil rigs. Go be a plumber, go be an electrician, go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights. But until feminists are willing to do that, I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think that I'm physically built for that. You might be, but I'm absolutely not. You said you were a volleyball.
Wow.
You said you were a volleyball player, and so you've got more strength than I do. I don't think
but
that
I
can do those jobs.
I don't have more strength than the average man.
But I'm not going to take your right away to do it.
I don't have more strength than the average man, but again, it goes back to go be a plumber. You want to be equal, go be equal.
Doesn't the sanctity of marriage also rely on the woman being a virgin, so you wouldn't be able to get married?
What do you mean?
Well, you've spoken quite openly about how you're not a virgin, and so if you want to preserve that sanctity of marriage, then I just think that you're upholding standards that you don't actually live by.
And that's a fair complaint. I wish I was. But, we can't go back. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's fair that you get to be here and you get to be paid for your views and you're telling other women that they shouldn't be allowed to.
I think,
hang on. Okay, if I may, at some stage jump in. Isn't the whole point of being a feminist, though, that women are entitled to have their own views?
Absolutely.
So she's perfectly entitled to her views.
Yeah, but you can't.
You might not like them.
But I'm here to challenge
Isn't she exercising her right as are you a feminist?
No, I am not.
Really?
No, I wouldn't. Don't go that far.
You don't want to be a feminist?
No, because I think if feminists really believed in equality, but you guys don't, I would love for you. There is an oil rig hiring. There is an engineering
I would actually
firm
love to see
hiring.
Ava Santana on an
No,
oil rig.
seriously. There is a building being built next to my building. Go do it, feminists.
Those are your right to say it. What I don't understand is when it kind of seeps into this sort of, you call women fat, you say that they shouldn't have
Are they
abortions,
fat?
you say that
Are
they
they
have
fat?
STDs.
The question is, are they fat? Yes or no?
why pass
The
that kind
average
of
American
judgment?
woman is 170 pounds. That's objectively overweight.
I mean, let's be honest. We now celebrate morbid obesity as some kind of body positive thing, and it is complete nonsense. So actually, on that point again, there's a bit of truth in
And
that.
this is the problem.
How have we come to celebrate morbid obesity as body positive? It's nonsense.
We're not talking about morbid obese. I was actually watching your podcast earlier, and you spoke to someone who was, I would say, probably a size 12, and you called her fat, obese, and a divorcee.
She was fat, obese, and a divorcee.
wasn't.
I mean, I don't know what to say. This is the thing, women, we don't want to live in reality. We don't want to say things that are true. Was she fat? Yes. Was she a divorcee? Yes. These things are just objective facts.
Okay.
You know what? She does have a couple half-decent points. I mean, there are definitely certain jobs that men excel in no matter what, and the opposite could be said for, women as well, and there's just no two ways around that. I mean, and marriage seemingly has changed too to some degree since back then, so she's definitely right about that.
Yeah, I got fired. Somebody posted where I work in the comments of the video. I'm pretty sure I know who it was. You and your baby daddy. They didn't say it was because of that. They just said, oh, it's not working out. We're going to go in a different direction. But, I understand what context clues are. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do now. But if you need to, have some Adderall, I got you. Or I can babysit your pet. I'm, really, really good at that. So, yeah. I'm about to go on a 3-day bender. And then I'll be back. Bye.
Why do so many people not understand what professionalism is anymore? I mean, you can't just broadcast anything you want on TikTok. There's certain kind of principles and rules to follow. I mean, I understand that it was a joke, but I mean, it's kind of a pretty dark joke doing that. I mean, it should have been kept private and amongst coworkers at worst, but you got to learn boundaries. I mean, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah. Hi, Tatiana. This is Shelly from HR.
From HR, okay. No, I don't remember you, but what's going on?
Well, we had a discussion a couple weeks ago about your absenteeism and tardiness.
Okay.
Do you know what time you have to be clocked in at work?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12.
Wow.
We had a discussion about that.
12 minutes.
Yeah, but they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay.
So your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7/28 you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes.
Yes, that's 21 minutes of company time.
But I still work though. Why didn't y'all tell me that today when I was just at work?
Because I handle all the HR, so they wanted me to call you because we had that discussion, remember, about...
And that was the day that I let all right, keep going.
So you were also on 8/8, you clocked in at 6:32.
That was it. Okay, so I let my cousin use my car the night before, and he didn't bring it. He overslept or something. He didn't bring it back till the morning. So I still made it though.
Literally 9 days after we talked. So, and then on 8/12, you just did a no-call, no-show.
That was my birthday. August 12th, that's my birthday. I already told you.
Request that day off work, though.
But y'all know, that's my birthday. Though. I'm not.
Birthday.
No, that's fine. All right. Okay.
Everyone works on their birthday. Even I worked on my birthday.
Y'all too grown for me.
Well, unfortunately, I just need you to turn your keys in. And
I'll be there tomorrow, because that's crazy. That's crazy. What? No.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do something real quick. I need to break your delusion here. I mean, if you really think that you can just take a day off of your birthday and just not even clock into work at the right time, especially repeatedly over and over again, I mean, even if it's only 15 minutes, it's just, you got to step into the real world and just show up on time. You really have to.
Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch again. Yeah, I did nothing wrong. I said shut up. No, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up and your bitch. Goodbye. You shut the... Film me. I'm Instagram famous, you fucking bum. Shut the fuck up.
Imagine acting all crazy in public and being super entitled just because you have some Instagram followers. I mean, these people really need to step away from their phones and screens and just learn how to live in the real world around normal people.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. You not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and I not by Friday didn't have employment.
If you're a therapist and you think it's okay to knock a specific gender down on social media over their emotional suffering, I mean, you might need a therapist yourself if you think, you know, that's okay. You need the dots connected for you.
I'm just gonna give it to you straight. If you're looking for a girl who's gonna take care of you or cook you dinner or gonna provide for you, you're not gonna find that here, okay? I don't bring things to the table. You know what I bring? I bring these good looks, this hot body, and an unforgettable personality. But that's about it. Everything else is pretty much up to you. And I like it that way. I'm gonna keep it that way. So if you're looking for a girl who's gonna bring something to the table, you're not gonna find that here, and you might as well move along and not take me out. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be staying single for a very long time if you keep that mentality up. I mean, you just want to trade good looks in your body for a man who gives you money? I mean, that's a pretty bad mentality to be stuck in, so hopefully you get cleared up soon.
I'm a feminist, and I don't hate men. Okay, so you are a self-described feminist. What is a woman?
Why do you want to know?
I'm infinitely curious.
What's a man?
You're looking at one.
Why do you think that that's important to you, what a man and a woman is?
So
do you treat men and women differently?
Well, it depends in what context, though. Politically, no. Under the law, no. Should they be treated differently in societal customs and norms? Yes.
Why?
Like, we should open doors for women. We should honor and protect women.
I want to honor and protect you, man.
Okay, great,
do you
thank
not
you.
honor and
Women are
protect
worthy
it?
of protection. Can you tell me what a woman is, since you're a feminist?
You're saying these things because you're trying to get a gotcha.
You're
okay,
a feminist. Shouldn't you be able to tell me what a woman is?
I'm a feminist.
Isn't that probably important to feminism? What is the woman that you're trying to advance and protect?
Bruh.
Isn't that integral to? Is that the whole feminist project? The war
Asking
against
what a woman is the only way that you can get a gotcha over everybody else. Why is it so important to you to define things in certain categories? How does that help your day-to-day life? Like
what other categories in the human species are there besides male and female?
Well, I just think that categorization is usually unhelpful when we're trying to improve society, right?
I have XY chromosomes.
Okay.
Can I give birth?
No, you can't.
Bingo. That's why categorization matters.
How on earth can you not explain what a woman is if you so-called claim to be a proper feminist? I mean, like, it's kind of like a pianist not knowing what a piano is, or a chef not being able to explain what cooking is. I mean, it kind of should be obvious.
I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized I want a child. I'm terrified that I've missed my opportunity. That woman's name is Melissa Persling, and she's revealing to Fox News Digital what she thinks caused her current situation. Listen.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because women can't do it all. We can't.
That's exactly right. Some of these so-called feminists don't really realize that they're literally damaging the dynamic of society by kind of spreading these false views that women don't need men in certain ways. I mean, not great.
What kinds of rights do women have that men don't have?
Most boys, immediately upon birth, have their genitals mutilated.
Mhm.
They don't have a right to consent or not consent to this because they're obviously newborns. So immediately that's one way in which boys in this country are not protected. They don't have a right to their own bodily autonomy. So women have the right to not be subject to forced military conscription. They don't have to register for selective service. If there was a draft, they can't be drafted by law. As a man, if you don't register for the selective service, there's certain negative repercussions. It's technically a felony. You could be imprisoned. There's a $250,000 fine. You're barred from certain federal programs. You can't apply for certain federal jobs. You can't get student loans, for example. Oh, you can't vote, too.
Why do you think that is? For the draft one, for example, would you want women to get drafted
Absolutely.
as well?
In the name of equality. Are you against equality?
No, I'm for it.
Yeah,
So.
women should be subject to forced military conscription the same way men are.
Men have been sacrificing themselves for the betterment of society all along. And just because we don't advertise it, it doesn't mean it's not true. And certain feminists will still complain.
Like the analysis that was done by the American Psychological Society, which looked at 45 analysis of whether there's difference over 20 years, and its conclusion was that men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of leadership. But what it did find was that media depictions of men and women as fundamentally different perpetuate misconceptions, as does workplace bias.
Oh God, so it's my fault.
So no, well, you're leaving soon. It's
men and women actually are more the same than they are different. But the issue is that small differences at the population level can turn into very large differences at the extreme. So, for example, men and women are broadly similar with regards to aggression, although men tilt a little bit more towards aggression. So that if you picked a random person out of the population, male and female, and you guessed that the male was more aggressive, you'd be right 60% of the time. But if you take the 1 in 100 most aggressive people, they're all male. And that's why the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that? Just out of curiosity. What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender. It's a very simplistic analysis, and trying to address
I was just going to say, Sophie, can you come back on that?
What I'm trying to equalise is opportunity and choice.
Fine, let's equalise choice.
You agree on that.
But we won't get equal outcome that way.
And I think that what happens then, nobody knows, because we've never done it yet.
We do know. We know what's happened in Scandinavia.
But it's not fully got there yet.
No, but it's going in the opposite direction that everyone predicted, and strongly.
Okay, forgive me, I want to take one call, if you'll forgive me, because time is really short, and I owe it to the viewers to hear their views on this.
We've got Salim calling from Manchester.
Salim, good morning.
Hi, Matthew. How you doing?
I'm very well. I'm loving it. I'm a pig in heaven today. What do we think about equality? Will it ever happen, Salim?
I was going to say I thought it was going to happen, but after listening to Jordan, he's swayed my opinion.
Why did you think it was going to happen?
Because I think we're going to become more cognitive creatures, and jobs are going to be more about mental skills.
Technology.
But then I've been visited schools, and I work in STEM. I'm a software developer, and the number of women doing software development hasn't increased. I would have thought they would have increased more, but I went into secondary school to do GCSE IT stuff, and there's very, very few girls doing IT, and I was thinking IT is the future.
Exactly. No matter how much forced equality that certain toxic feminists try to create, I mean, the ratio of men to women in bricklaying, oil rigging, just any dangerous physical labor-intensive type of jobs, it's just never going to balance out. I mean, no matter how you try to spin it. And that's just because men and women are definitely built differently, and that's not like in a bad way either, or even unfairly. It's just that some of these roles are better suited for men and some are better suited for women. And that's, perfectly fine. They're both equally valuable in their own ways, and that's a part of the beautiful synchronicity of it all.
If women are so damn smart, how come they the only mother constantly getting conned and lied to get in the situation they in? Smart as men, but y'all the only people who say, oh, he told me to do this and he talked me into this. When a man gets screwed over, they say it's your fault. You should have seen it coming. Should have seen it coming. So why is it we can't say to these women, Because let me tell you a stat that should shock you, all of you. Did you know there are 2 times as many black women with children than black men?
Damn.
What does that tell you? Well, I'm going to interpret that for you.
Here we go. Okay.
It tells you that women are the same man.
Boom. Damn.
So y'all know he ain't shit, and you him because you in competition with that other ain't shit to have that ain't. We talk honest about it. I know y'all Americans have been led by so many women that y'all sit there and believe that a lie is the truth. Yeah. And it feels real good to live in ignorance is bliss. And what I don't know can't hurt me. But if I don't know a woman got AIDS, I can catch it. It can hurt me. If I don't know the brakes don't work in this car before I crank it up and drive it, I can die. So stop living like that. And let me tell you something, young lady. When you wonder why you have a man that is not there, it's simply because you didn't allow that man to be your husband before you allowed that man to knock you up. Is that not a good enough answer, man?
Well, he just nailed it right there. I mean, seriously, it all comes down to mentality. I mean, women lean a little bit more emotional brained and men lean a little bit more logical brained, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, genuinely, both make decisions very differently, and that's what makes them different. That clip, seriously. I mean, she tried to twist those facts like it's her day job, but genuinely super glad that bro got that on recording because he probably knew that she was going to be a little bit manipulative there and hypocrite.
I just lost a potential job because of my social media. Let's talk about it. So last week I interviewed for a job and I was actually really excited for this job. I met the COO at a coffee shop and I was actually very patient and I waited 40 minutes because she got caught in traffic driving from the other side of the city and got caught in traffic. Probably should have been my first red flag, but you know what? That's fine. When she finally arrives, we have a really great interview. It's very conversational, and we seem to be clicking really well and having a great conversation. At the end of it, she invites me to come and do like a tour of the facility and to meet all of the other staff members on Monday, which was yesterday. Well, 3 hours before I was supposed to arrive, I get an email saying, hey, instead of having you come in, why don't we do a phone call? I'll reach out to you later. And I was like, okay, yeah, I hope everything's fine. She didn't call. Still very interested in this job. Today, I sent a follow-up email and I was like, hey, I'm just following up. I'm sorry that, it didn't work out yesterday, but is there a time today or tomorrow that we could have this phone call? Several hours later, she finally calls me and she tells me, we're gonna go with someone else and I just wanted to call and tell you why. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the problem? And she tells me that they do extensive research on all of their staff members and that they came across my social media and that I did not provide the level of professionalism in my social media that they are expecting in the office. My personal social media does not live up to their professional standards for this job. She proceeds to say that she doesn't need the clients coming in and out of the office and seeing me in a certain light. And the only thing that I could think of, I went back a year on both my TikTok and my Instagram, and the only thing that I could think of was that I posted my boudoir photo shoot from back in January and November. Me posting an expression of accepting my body as it was and the beauty of my body was probably what lost me this job. I mean, I understand if I was saying some like racist stuff or if I was like making very threatening type content, but no, it's my self-expression.
Your social media is kind of like an extension of you when it comes down to it, if you're just kind of being real at the end of the day. So it's just kind of common sense. I mean, you're going to be representing their company, right? So will clients be able to see your social media posts and pictures if they want to? Just think about it.
Overweight single mom who lives with her parents wants man who makes $5 million a year to marry her under a prenuptial agreement that he doesn't have access to the wealth in a trust that she doesn't know the rules of or how much is in it. Does that summarize it?
Yeah, but I get it. I'm overweight.
That's not the key and point. What I'm looking at is the idea versus the reality of the thing.
I think what he's just trying to say, it's a bit not realistic. I mean, $5 million a year.
And I keep saying that these are my standards right now. It can change when I meet the right man. God doesn't know what he's going to put for me.
Why would God send a man with $5 million to suffer?
What?
I'm sorry, wait, how would he suffer? How would he suffer?
If we are to assume for a moment that you think, okay, I'm a prize or I'm the prize or whatever, I wonder if women ever internalize this in their prayer of the thing. The thing I want. I want thing, I pray for thing. That you might right? And if you did, why would God send a man to suffer for you?
The fact that she has such unrealistic standards in that, I mean, just like she hasn't been anywhere near millionaires in the first place, it seems. If a man were to make similar demands to a Victoria's Secret model, for lack of better words, I mean, all women would laugh at how delusional he is. Seriously.
I don't need men to protect me.
Actually, you do need men to protect you.
Really? From who? Other men?
So
How
you still
many
need
times
men
I've
to
protected
protect you.
myself?
You need them to protect you.
I don't need you guys to protect
Can
me.
you stop interrupting?
Talk, I'm done.
So, two things. First, you absolutely do need men to protect you. This may be by proxy, either through the military or through law enforcement officers. I'm assuming if somebody you know were to be murdered, you would not just protect yourself, you would not investigate it yourself, you would appeal to who? Primarily men.
I would appeal to law enforcement as a whole, not to specifically men in law enforcement. And to be quite honest with you, if I need protection, if I own a gun, I don't need your muscles. I'm actually, I can handle it. Here's the thing. I need tools. I don't need men. I need tools, and men hoard all the tools and resources, so I have to ask you guys for those tools.
I see what she's trying to get at here, but she's going about explaining it wrong. It just, in certain circumstances, you will definitely need a man to help you out, whether you like it or not.
It's a crop top controversy going viral.
A male flight attendant came up to us and aggressively said, mumbled, put something on.
The women took this video before boarding, showing they had sweaters, but removed them, saying the plane did not have air conditioning before takeoff.
He's telling both of us to put our sweaters on, and then we're like, oh, can we see a dress code?
Carla Hager, a woman they did not know, was sitting in front of them.
I also have a crop top under my sweater, and I took my sweater off, and I was like, so if they're kicking you off this flight, then they're also going to have to kick me and my toddler off of the flight.
But that's what happened. The 3 women and a toddler kicked off the Spirit Airlines plane with no refund. A statement from the company said, "Our contract of carriage, a document all guests agree to upon making a reservation with us, includes certain clothing standards for all guests traveling with us. We are investigating the matter, and we are in contact with the guests about their experience."
How you appear publicly is indeed in your control, but the point here is that you're riding on their private property, and it's only logical that you're going to have to follow certain rules. I mean, whether you like it or not, even if it kind of seems ridiculous.
Morgan Stanley predicted that 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless by 2030. One of the reasons is because the number of prime working age women in the U.S. has been increasing steadily, and most of these women are single and completely focused on their career. That single childless women very generally tend to be much more unhappy, much unhealthier, especially mentally, much lonelier and much less fulfilled than women who have a husband and children. This is just statistically true. This has been proven through many different types of studies and research. But this is bigger than a woman's happiness. This is about the bedrock of any healthy society. What is the bedrock of any healthy society? It's not money. It's not buying things. It's not consumerism. It's the family. It's the family unit. It's always been that way.
It's not just about more women joining the workforce when it comes down to it. It's about kind of shifting values. I mean, marriage, family, just faith, they've kind of lost their meaning when it comes to culture, and it glorifies freedom over responsibility. I guess you could say the whole dynamic our ancestors set has kind of gone down the drain, and, you know, pros and cons to that. But I mean, toxic feminists are just really the core ones to blame, is probably where it started. But I mean, besides that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss content like this in the future, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay strong.